Hello, my name is Lloyd Chapman. I'm president and founder of the American Small Business League. I'd like to talk to you today about our latest press release entitled Obama Plan for SBA Could Spell Disaster for Middle-Class Firms. I'm very concerned that President Obama might try to do something that the Bush administration tried to do, which is to essentially, in my mind, close the SBA by combining it with the Commerce Department. Ronald Reagan tried to close the SBA back during his administration and was unsuccessful. During the Bush years, President Bush tried to close the SBA. We've now found out that Hector Breda was told by President Bush that he wanted the SBA closed by the end of President Bush's first term. And we've talked to current and former SBA officials, SBA employees that have confirmed that for us. So here's why we think that. President Obama has broken every promise he made to small businesses. He promised to restore the SBA administration's budget. The budget now is less than what it was when Ronald Reagan was president. He promised to restore the SBA administrator to a cabinet level position. He's not done that. He promised to implement the 5% set-aside goal for women. He's not done that. And he promised to end the diversion of federal small business contracts to corporate giants. He's not done that. In terms of the stimulus funds, he's allocated less than 1% of the stimulus funds to small businesses. And remember, to stimulate the economy, we're supposed to create jobs. Well, small businesses create over 97% of all new jobs, and yet President Obama has given 99% of the money to businesses, a segment of the economy that hasn't created one net new job since 1977. It just doesn't add up. And now they're starting to make joint statements between the Commerce Department and the SBA, and that's what really concerns me. The other day, the Obama administration released the latest statistics on government small business contracting. So 18 months, I think, after he promised to end the diversion of federal small business contracts to corporate giants, the number one recipient of federal small business contracts was Textron, a Fortune 500 company with 43,000 employees and over $25 billion a year in annual revenue. They got $775 million in federal small business contracts. And think of it this way, President Obama has allocated just a little bit more than that to all the small businesses in the country. So think about that. One Fortune 500 corporation gets $775 million in federal small business contracts. And of the stimulus funds, President Obama has allocated, I think it was like $785 million, but I'll go ahead and give him $1 billion to every small business in the country. 26 million small businesses. Think about that. Of the top 10 recipients of federal small business contracts, 85% of the money went to big companies. Of the top 100 recipients, 64% of the money went to large corporations. So we're very concerned about this. So it looks like corporate giants are getting most federal small business contracts. That's obviously the case. So one of two things is going to happen. Either we put an end to these abuses and take that $100 billion a year away from the corporate giants, or the Small Business Administration gets shut down and those programs end. Which one of those two options you think the corporate giants that really, I would say, run Washington want? You think they want to give up $100 billion a year in contracts? I don't think so. So that's why I think that Barack Obama is going to try to close the SBA and wind down those programs by combining it with the Commerce Department. I encourage people to take action, do something. Call your congressman, call your senator, and join the American Small Business League and join us in our fight to save the Small Business Administration and all the federal programs for women, minorities, veterans, and small businesses. I'm Lloyd Chapman, and thank you.